Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Let me start with this. Barca is a team that's supposed to walk into Europe with swagger. Last season, we were the second best team in the whole of the Champions League, just 2 minutes away from the final. Teams feared our intensity, our ruthlessness, our energy. Fast forward this season, you watch a 2-1 win against Eintracht Frankfurt at the Camp Nou. You celebrate, of course, but then this little voice whispers, why doesn't this feel like Barca? We got the 3 points, yes. We played well in moments, yes, but sitting 15th in the Champions League table, that is not Barcelona position. That is not the standard of a team that almost reached the Champions League final just a few months ago. So today, we are breaking down the match, the performance, and the decisions that made the game much harder than it needed to be. Let's get into it. Barcelona 2, Frankfurt 1. Simple scoreline, complicated 90 minutes. We dominated the ball, but Eintracht Frankfurt, sitting deep in a low block and waiting to counter, exposed our nerves more than once. There were moments we looked like a top European side, while there were other moments we looked unsure, uncomfortable, or even predictable. It actually felt like watching two different Barcelonas, one trying to rise and the other struggling to remember who it is. And that inconsistency is why some of us Barcelona fans walk away from this win still feeling uneasy. Being a Barca fan right now is an emotional cardio. Last season, we walked into European nights with belief, power, and presence. Opponents respected us. But this season, every match feels like a pressure test for the players and for us. When the final whistle blew, I didn't jump, I didn't scream, I simply exhaled. Because bro, this win didn't feel like dominance, it felt like an escape. And deep down, we all know we could have easily drawn that game if you consider how much pressure we were under in the last 5 minutes of that match. And this is a team that lost 6-0 in their last match. The attack, energetic at times, but nowhere near ruthless. The ideas were there, of course, but the execution was very poor. Our midfield controlled the game to a very large extent, but when we didn't have the ball, it was so easy for Eintracht Frankfurt to go past them towards our defense. In our defense, still too fragile, still too easily stretched, still very suspect. A 2-1 win is good, but it wasn't convincing at all. Now, let me say what every Barca fan was thinking. Hansi Flick's lineup in that game made absolutely no sense. How do you bench Ferran Torres, a guy that just scored a hat-trick in Barcelona's last game against Real Betis, for Robert Lewandowski, a player that's been struggling for weeks? Ferran was hot, sharp, confident, flowing, and he got rewarded with what? The bench. Meanwhile, Robert Lewandowski missed a horrible penalty in the last game, has been in poor form, struggles against deep defenses, has lost his explosive step, offers almost no threat in transition. And what did he do in the game against Frankfurt? Score an offside goal. That's it. Not even a shot on target. So why start him? What's the logic? Then there's Rooney Badaji and Lamine Yamal. Against Betis, these two were electric, switching positions, confusing defenders, combining beautifully. It worked. It destroyed Real Betis. So why didn't Hansi Flick repeat something that was clearly so effective? Imagine this front four: Lamine Yamal, Rooney Badaji, Ferran Torres, and Rafinha against Frankfurt's low block. That's deadly. It should have pinned them back, suffocated them, forced mistakes, and created early goals for us. Instead, we relied on a 37-year-old striker to hold up play. There was even a 3v2 moment, the perfect counter. All Lewandowski needed to do was to pass the ball, but no, he tried to outrun defenders at 37 years old. Obviously, he lost the ball. In the end, it took a defender to win this game for us. Jules Koundé, who was terrible before his goals, bailed us out. Not the midfielders, not the attackers. A defender saved us. And that says everything. Now, let us address the painful truth. We are 15th in the Champions League standings. This is not the place to be for a club like Barcelona. Like we already know, top 8 means automatic qualification, but anybody from 9th to 24th is going to end up playing a two-legged tie to qualify for the next round. With our injury list and squad depth, this could ruin our season. Last season, 16 points guaranteed a top 8 finish. This season, I don't think 16 guarantees anything. More teams are winning, more teams are competitive. The margins are razor thin. This means goal difference might just be the deciding factor. And this is where the 3-0 loss to Chelsea becomes a problem. Those goals matter now. Those goals could be the deciding factor between comfort and chaos. We have just 2 games left, one against Slavia Prague away and the second one, FC Copenhagen at home. Those games we have to win, and we have to win them big. No experiments, no unnecessary rotation. This is the time to deliver. Here's how I feel. I'm happy we won, I'm relieved we got the 3 points, but I'm worried, and rightfully so. I believe we can win our next 2 games, and I believe Barcelona can still make the top 8. But we have to be ruthless, we have to be aggressive, we have to get all the goals we can possibly get, because the goals could matter at the end of the day. It really could. We cannot depend on defenders to rescue us. The attack must wake up. Hansi Flick must be decisive, and the team must focus like never before. Thank you for watching. Now tell me in the comments, do you think Barcelona can make the top 8 this season? Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share with another Barca fan who needs to hear some truth. I will see you in the next one. Until then, live well, be safe, and Visca Barça.